Hello guys, Alpha Smurf back again. So it has been a while because I have been very busy working for the past week. So finally it's Friday here in Singapore, so I'm back to just do a short stream. Just a short stream. So I gotta, because today IGG had a new update. Hi Antonio, how are you, man? You are the number one. You know, IGG new update, it's quite interesting. See, they have this, the voyage quest. So if you fulfill all of them, you can get, my estimate is around like few days of speed up. That's a lot. Alright. And one important thing is this. Check this out. This one. See? This is, what is this? You see, normally in Darkness Rally, you won't be able to see details like this. So this is another interesting stuff. So from here you can actually see the breakdown directly rather than counting your troops. Some of you might not think that this is relevant, but trust me, this is actually quite important for rally leaders, because rally leaders will have something in mind whether that rally will work and whether it will be good enough to win the rally, to win the darkness. So I don't need to actually manually go and count like how much troops I have before deciding I should take out the rally. So just like this, I can by and large know the power of the strength. 700k T4s and 300k T3s is more than enough to get this rally down. This one. Alright. Ooh, let me double check. Okay, my gears all are set, but make sure it's calf fillings. And let's see. But just for the element of surprise, we shall not look at the results, and we just look at the better animation. See whether we will win this. Alright. So basically, the darkness inside, they have cavalry as well as infantry. So depending on how the darkness is positioned inside, let's say it's a infantry fillings inside, the darkness is much easier. So you can actually decimate through the morale very fast because you are effectively hitting the infantry first. Alright, but let's say for darkness that is dual troops, sometimes there's a 50% chance that you will hit their cavalry frontline instead of the infantry frontline. Hi, hello Bims. It is 16 PM here. Oh, where are you from, man? Do you know what time is it here? It's 11 PM here. My work just ended. It's a Friday night. And I'm finally back at home, having a good night rest. But even on the weekends, I have to go back to work, so tough life being an auditor. That sucks, right? But never mind. So check this out, because this is a crap. Just level 11 darkness, so it's nothing much to show. But just for the sake of it, I will just briefly explain how it works. Oh, you see this? Range fillings, cavalry fillings. So just take note, when the darkness is dual troops, royal guards, royal cavalry inside, as you can see over here, and they are in range fillings, how would you hit the line? So a lot of people are not very sure of what kind of feelings will hit what kind of troops first. Actually, it's very simple. So you can just refer back to one thing. Sorry. Let me help out my troop mate as well for this level 5 darkness. So okay, back to the topic just now. So when you know the troop type is a range feelings, it's very natural to know that you will hit their infantry first. But do you know why? Although it's a range feelings, just now the darkness, you didn't actually clear off every infantry first. There's still infantry left behind, whereas all the cavalry are all dead. Remember? Let's go back to it again. See this? You see there's 149k Royal Guards surviving this hit. No doubt it's a range feelings. Just now we saw range feelings is such that the Royal Guards are in front, Royal Cavalry are behind. So logically, you would think that all the Royal Guards will die first, right? But how come? Why is there 149k of Royal Guards survivor? I can briefly explain why. It's because of this. You see this? What do you say about the new title, shit or nice? What do you mean by that? I don't really understand. Okay, let's don't sidetrack. Let's go back to here. Just now, okay, assuming this is the darkness. Alright, this is the darkness. They are in range feelings, correct? Just now we hit at cavalry feelings. Why is there survivor for infantry? That's our question. That is a pressing this is a question that we have to ask ourselves. Alright, because everyone will assume that since the infantry squads are in front, we will assume all the infantry will die first. But why just now in that darkness, infantry are the only survivor in that? It's because of this simple I think I have to go through the details of this thing. I'm back to auditor mode again, so bear with me with some stupid stats. If you're not into this, I suggest you can skip this. Alright? So you know a lot of YouTubers out there, they can give a lot of reasons of like what is the best way and stuff like that, but actually this mechanics is very straightforward. Like what kind of feelings will hit each other, will hit what kind of troops first, stuff like that. This is based on these few things. Oh, co-overlord titles which give titles. I think that's quite interesting. It will be... I think there's more to it that we have yet to see, that we have to experience and really have to know whether that co-lord title things will actually will actually affect in terms of game mechanics and the way how things works. Along the way we will know. Okay, so am I showing the right thing? Okay, the IGG mechanics is they will always attack the first one they lock into. And they will lock into the first target they see when the previous target squads are demolished. Alright? These two things. This is better mechanics. I'm sure most of you don't understand what I said just so far, right? So number one, they attack the first one they lock into, which means that whatever you see over here, cavalry, when the wall is down, once it see the infantry troops in front, they will naturally lock onto them and kill off at least 2 infantry squads. Correct? 2 infantry squads, because the infantry squads are in front. It's always in a layer manner. So the 2 infantry squad will go down, and when the 2 infantry squads go down, that is when they randomly target the cavalry squads as well as the infantry squads. So because of this layering effect, you will have the case of some leftovers of this. See? Royal Guards. Because of the layering effect. I think it's very hard for me to explain further. I think the more you experience this kind of things about the feelings and stuff like that, you will get it along the way. Alright, so if you still not very sure what I'm talking about, just feel free to ask me. So now it's about this darkness. This level 5 darkness. Okay, when you attack darkness, right? One rule is you should never send siege. Siege are practically useless. You know? Sieged. That's the reason why a lot of T4s out there, some of them actually didn't research their sieged. Because for a siege to be efficient, sorry, let me rephrase it. The purpose of a siege is mainly to avoid getting your leader capped. For example, if you send a full troop march against a rally trap, a potential rally trap, most of the time, the rally leader will send 200k over siege, because siege is the last line of defense whereby as the morale proceed on in the animation, alright, it will the battle will tend to end by itself rather than having it being straight up demolished. I'm not sure whether I can send an example of this. Is this the no, not this one. Is this the one? No. I don't have an example of why siege is that important. But alright, doesn't matter. Let's just give a random example. Oh, posted a video about killing a darkness level 5 with full siege. That is very interesting. So I probably know how it goes. So in my video about squad damage testing, I mentioned before that you need at least 4 of that heroes to do the maximum amount of squad damage. Squad damage is so important to the extent that if you miss out one hero that make out of the 4, you lose up at least 25% of your squad damage output for the squad DPS. Alright? So I think DJ Guild will the way he do it is he send at least 4 siege heroes coupled with full siege, and that is how they demolish the thing. Like they will send Predict Devil, because Predict Devil is one of the best siege hero. Keep siege attack. But to be honest, it's not practical to send siege because, first thing, siege troop travels freaking slowly, especially T4 siege. They are used as a timer basis in rally trap, in rally hits, because they travel so slow that it's good to use that as a gauge to actually time it, have a long walking distance. And if you were to send siege for normal rallies, you waste up a lot of time because you end up waiting for them to reach the rally point, which is not really helpful at all. Yeah, so stuff like that. So let me just help this guy first. Nowadays they have this new thing. This is very good. The army formation breakdown. I think this is very, very helpful. Hi BTD Cyber, how are you, man? This stream is not that interesting because I'm just chilling and hopefully going to explain some mechanics to you guys. Okay, since this rally is going to take some time, I'll talk about something interesting. Oh, that's good. VNN sent you to this channel. I didn't know about that. Oh, I think it's the video about VNN versus the Sneaky Tashi thing. Yep. It's about the deck thing. About saying 424 is better than 505. Adia. But I don't think I should go into the details now again because I've talked about that for quite a bit. Okay, today I will talk about this thing. Alright? What I'm going to talk about is this. Check this out. What is the best formation for defending rallies? Alright? Assuming all other conditions remain equal. So, which means that there's an equal chance of you getting hit by infantry, range, cavalry troops. What is the best formation? Which means what is the best range? What is the best feelings for you to defend against rallies? And the assumptions of you have equal number of troops for all of them. Actually, this is, a lot of people never talk about this. They always say that you can just switch according to your infantry front line or your cavalry front line. But actually there is a slight advantage if you position your troops in a certain feelings. There's a slight advantage that IGG never said at all. I realized that only like recently when I do some back testing of what is the best feelings, whether it's infantry feelings, range feelings, and or cavalry feelings. And these are my results. Alright. I think I have to talk about this thing first. Rally trap. You still remember the video about rally trap? Let me recap your memory first. This thing. Rally trap. Do you know most of the rally traps? What feelings are they in? They are actually in range feelings. Range feelings. Not infantry feelings, not cavalry feelings, not infantry wedges or those kind of random other formation. They are 90% of the time in range feelings. Have you ever wondered why? Okay, let me just change this thing again. Because front line. Oh, that is the wrong formula. sorry guys. Because for front line, assuming it's rally trap, their front line is range. So I have to add up all the range strength over here. That will make more sense. Alright? Then for the anti-front line strength, I have to add cavalry. That's partly correct, Antonio. But that's not exactly the real reason. The real reason is because the objective of a rally trap. The objective of a rally trap is to wipe out everything to the siege. That is the objective, right? So, bearing in mind of that, the only feelings that allows you to do so in the quickest amount of time is actually the range feelings. Let me just pull out the video again so that you guys will have a clearer idea of what I meant by shortest amount of time to wipe out everything is range feelings. I think we have to go through more details into this before we have a good conclusion of that. It's Sneaky Tashi. Rally trap. I think it's this video.
This is John. He's a property agent registered with CDA.
I think it's this one. But I have to... Is this the one? Alright, check this out. Let me ensure actually it's not buffering. If not, you guys will see something that's freaking laggy. Okay. Let's go back to here again. Just take note. Why is it in range feelings? You see? The range are in front, right? 4 squads are in front. The range stop walking. And before PK Uti could actually deal damage on the range, it got demolished by the cavalry. And the cavalry is what? Anti-front line. I repeat, it's anti-front line. And the fact that you are in range, you actually allows lesser walking distance. Sorry, I shouldn't say lesser walking distance. I should say lesser walking time for you to reach the siege. Because you have to bear in mind that, you know, in terms of troop walking speed, it stays consistent in your attack animation as well as in real animation. What I mean is this. If you look at the way how people send troops, you see, I can't really show you this, but by and large, it's like when you want to gather for resources, right? If you send cavalry, it will walk very fast. It's the fastest, followed by what? Range. And the third slowest is infantry. And the slowest is siege. So same applies for attack animation. Cavalry is the one that actually walk the fastest. In terms of the movement speed, is the fastest. So you position cavalry behind is actually the best way in a attack animation in a rally, to be a rally trap, because you have more walking time covered by someone that can move the fastest. I'm not sure whether you understand what I meant because it's a bit high level stuff. Hi Jenna, Brian. How are you doing, man? So this stream, I tried to cut it short because it's like 11 plus here in Singapore, and after work I'm a bit tired. I might go to sleep very soon. So I just want to touch on one thing. It's about what kind of feelings is best for rally trap, and if I got more time I will talk about other things like what is the best feelings to defend against most of the rallies. So rally trap most of the time is range feelings because of all these things that I mentioned before. Good for you. 4:17 p.m. For me, it's like it's time for me to go to sleep, go to bed, because it's 11 p.m. here. Okay, now they will show the. Just look at it slowly. Cavalry in front. The attacker is cavalry in front. The rest is predominantly curve attack. Alright, so when the wall drop for the rally trap, just bear in mind, rally trap only have one range hero, 2 cavalry heroes, and 2 infantry heroes. Normally rally trap is like this. Alright. So once the wall breach, drop down. Correct? The ranged troops are already in front, so cavalry troops are behind. But you have to bear in mind that cavalry troops actually move very fast. So that's the reason why they can move up and cover the most amount of distance in the shortest needed time taken. Because I think IGG will have this mechanics of computing how much time taken for you to reach to the siege. So the higher the power you are, and the higher if you tend to use lesser time duration for the attack, you will clear out everything, including the siege at the end. That's the reason why range feelings tend to be more effective. Some kind of high level shit, so maybe you guys won't understand that clearly, but just feel free to post your questions in the comment section in future. So I will try to give more details and explanations so that you understand what I meant by saying shortest amount of time taken to clear off everything. So that is it. That is it for range feelings for rally trap. So rally trap is always range feelings. What about non-rally traps? Non-rally traps, you should always not be in range feelings, because if you are range feelings and you are not a rally trap status, you will get decimated easily, because you don't have enough anti-frontline strength to actually clear off all the infantry in a normal rally scenario. Because if you don't have enough of this, you see this? If you don't have enough of this anti-front line, you cannot have a range front line. This anti-front line is actually all the cavalry troops that you have. Because to be a good range front line, you need to have a lot of strong cavalry damage that can decimate all the potential infantry troops that is like charging your way. Because range are the ones that actually get smacked down very easily by all kind of troops. So you have to be very careful in that. And let's say you are not a rally trap. Actually, the best feelings based on the sum of net Qs I had over here, alright, is actually infantry feelings. Because in terms of infantry feelings, if you are infantry feelings and you're up against all the different variables of like equal chance of infantry, range, and cavalry feelings, you will end up having a higher sum of net Qs if you are always in infantry feelings. So by default, let's say you don't know what kind of feelings you should be at, and you don't know what kind of troops the enemy will send, you should always be in infantry feelings, unless you have a very clear idea of the rally leader. If that rally leader is like a very strong cavalry gear player, then you have to fine tune accordingly. But let's say everything is random, and you have no idea of what kind of troops they will send and those kind of stuff, right? You should always be in infantry feelings based on the fact that it will result in the highest amount of net Q. When I say net Q, it means the Qs, less of your losses. So having a higher net Q means the rally defend, the rally attack, whatever you call it, is more successful. Alright? And what is the worst feelings to defend at? Int. Let's say you're not a rally trap status yet. It's actually the range feelings. That's the reason why there's actually many YouTubers out there that say that you should not defend in range feelings, but they fail to address and give stats and explain why range feelings is not good. The reason is very simple. Because if you run the results, run the testing of you being in range feelings continuously, and you are faced up against infantry feelings, range feelings, cavalry feelings, everything remains constant. Alright? It's only the feelings. We will notice that the summation of the net Qs for your range, you'll end up having a very bad result, which is like 27,000 net Q. 27,000 net Q. That's very bad. Alright? All this testing is done based on, as an auditor, you can trust this because I make sure the only variable that is changed over here is the feelings. Everything else is the same. Alright? So from this, you know that this is the best. This is the worst. Range feelings is the worst. Alright? Let me highlight in a certain color, okay, so that you can see. So that is my conclusion. So if you are not a rally trap, and if you are not sure of what you're going to do and defend, make sure you have a high amount of infantry with infantry feelings and back up with a strong anti-front line, which is your range. And let's say if you're rally trap, make sure you are in range feelings with very strong cavalry anti-front line. Right? So that's what I want to go through today. So if you guys have no other question, I will keep this stream short and maybe end it soon. Okay. You see this? This is so helpful. If you are defending in infantry feelings, do you need any calf hero on your wall? Of course, Ruins Knight because of the army attack, but any other calf hero. Okay. You know the purpose of having specific heroes on the wall is because the squad damage is proportionate to the amount of troop type you have. I think I have to explain this again. You know the mechanics of squad damage is such that there's always 4 troops. Sorry. There's always 4 squads. 4 squads per troop type. Okay? Let me go through this everything, then I will explain in details so that you understand what I meant. 4 squad per troop type. And there's only 1 hero leading the squad. It's always the case. Alright? And the squad DPS is based on the size of the squad. And this is the main part that you have to take note. Each troop type squad is equal to the total troop of the same type divided by 4. Which means that your question of saying if you are defending in infantry feelings, do you need any calf hero on the wall? It all depends on how much calf troops you have that you think that additional calf heroes will add some kind of significant squad damage on your overall troop count. Because effectively, let's take this as an example. I have to do a simple example. Let's say you are defending in infantry feelings. You have 1 million infantry, correct? And you have 4. Let's make it 3 first. Infantry hero. It actually means that every squad is actually 250k. So the number of troops with squad damage is actually this times 3. Correct? And you have, let's say you only have like 200k cavalry. And you decided to put 1 cav hero. You know your squad, every squad is only 50k. So the squad damage you have is only this times 1. I'm not sure whether you understand what I'm trying to say, but effectively, right, if you follow some formulas, you'll understand that it's always best to have heroes that is part of the biggest troop type. So because every troop type you have to divided them by 4 to derive each individual squad's strength. So since each hero can only lead 1 squad, there are some idle squads that actually have no squad damage. So it's best to have more heroes, 3 heroes on the infantry, because since you are sending 1 million infantry, and have the minimum hero if you are in cavalry, or perhaps not even a single cavalry hero. It's not really needed, since if you, let's say you don't have any cavalry hero, alright, because it scales in an exponential way based on what kind of troop types you have on the war. But let's say it's all even troop type, it's fine. You should have an even troop type of cavalry, infantry. It's fine, so that the way you defend is more collective. Yeah. So it's a bit complicated. I'm not sure whether I can put it in the better terms or not, but I hope this answers your question. Right. So I think with that, I will try to keep this stream short, because I have this stream is a bit lengthy already. It has been like, don't know how long, 40 minutes. So with that, I think I will end my stream. So thanks you guys for tuning in. So 中国的朋友，所有懂华语的同胞们，华人，谢谢你们收看我的节目。So 以后再见，好吗？ Goodbye guys. Have a good weekend.